Newswatch at the heart of it with Kennedy Kimani.
Good morning. The government has admitted that it failed to protect vulnerable Kenyans from the Shakahola cart deaths. Speaking while he appeared before the Senate ad hoc committee that is probing the Shakahola mass graves, Attorney General Justin Muturi said that the Office of the Registrar of Societies failed to notice Mackenzie's Good News International Church excesses.
Now we are saying we must devolve our services, because what if we had some offices in Kilifi? It may well be that some of these things may have been detected much earlier.
If they had done their work, we would have prevented some of these organizations from continuing with the proliferation of dark doctrines that have brought suffering to the people.
So far, 11 more bodies have been exhumed from the Shakahola mass graves, bringing the total number of those who have died in the forest to 145. While addressing the press at the Shakahola Command Center, Coast Regional Commissioner Rhoda Onyancha said that 70 people have so far been rescued.
The forensic team has been able to exhume 11 bodies, and also we were able to collect one body from the forest, so total comes to 12. The reported missing so far have increased to 579.
This comes even as the court ordered that Paul Mackenzie, his wife Rhoda Maweu, and 16 suspects be held in police custody for 30 more days.
The respondents shall have the right to communicate, whether by telephone or other means, with any person of their choice, and the persons in charge of the facilities at which the respondents are held shall facilitate the communication. The respondents shall be accorded medical examination, treatment, and health care whenever such need arises. H, in the event that the state shall seek an extension of the period granted herein, the state shall be required to submit a report indicating the general status of the investigations done so far and what is left to be done.
The second phase of the Shakahola forest exhumations kicked off on Tuesday this week. So far, 112 bodies have already undergone autopsies.
News with Hope FM.
Meanwhile, the bipartisan talks are set to resume after Azimio and Kenya Kwanza agreed on some ground rules that will guide their talks. The talks, which had stalled due to the hurling positions by Kenya Kwanza and Azimio, will finally resume today after both sides of the divide reached a consensus to finalize their report in 60 days.
We in Azimio had given a time frame of 30 days. Our colleagues in Kenya Kwanza had given a time frame of 90 days. We have agreed to constrain that time to 60 days. But within those 60 days, we have agreed that the more urgent issues that need to be dealt with will have been dealt with within 30 days, and that the rest of the time we will take to deal with the more medium time, or the rest of the issues. The nature of talks includes what we call formalization of this team. And as explained last week, we were exploring 3 different channels. The first channel is the parliamentary route, to be the question of tabling of a motion and all that for the joint committee. But the next issue we're exploring is the executive route, where you use an executive order to constitute the team. The third route is what we call the sui generis route, where we talk of exercise of sovereignty under Article 1, where you do not need to be formally constituted, provided there's political goodwill. So those 3 options are the ones we are still examining.
News with Hope FM.
And that's the news at 7. Good morning. I am Kennedy Kimani.
Newswatch, keeping you up to speed with the latest news.